Originally for Substack and now for Casual Yelling, this is the Unaired Podcast Pilot Project, a show where I release pilots for podcasts that have never been released. This one is weird because this was my first time listening back to it. I had never edited it. It's called I'm One of You with Oliver Jett Sr. We, myself and comedian Matt Drufke, recorded 2 episodes at a very low point in my life where I was angry about a lot of things and wasn't on the medication I'm on now, which kind of stabilizes my mood. This was after I had gotten laid off from GameSpot, and there is a lot of frustration in this. The show is about a super rich CEO has no connection to the world around him or anybody that's not a billionaire, and Matt interviews him. I think this is bad. This is a bad podcast. I think there's some really good moments, like 20 minutes in until the end. But I don't think the show hit its stride until the second episode, which, again, I haven't listened to, but I will edit and post. So please just enjoy I'm One of You with Oliver Jett Sr. I'm sorry, and thanks for listening. Also, just subscribe to my Substack. I'm at elfring.substack.com. Bye.
Today's episode of I'm One of You with Oliver Jett Sr. is brought to you by Mi Casa Su Casa. Whether you're looking to stay at a mansion on the beach or to rent out your mansion on the beach while you're at your European summer home, no other renting app on the market puts the power of home rentership in your hands. Mi Casa Su Casa. When you're here, you're kinda home.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Hello, welcome to I'm One of You with Oliver Jett Sr. I'm Oliver Jett Sr. and you may know me from my apps Mi Casa, Su Casa, Crypto Crypt, and in order to move forward in my life, you know me as an owner of many gigantic industry movers and shakers and innovators in tech. I'm really here, though, to let you all know that while I may have all the money in the world and I may live a luxurious lifestyle, I am one of you, the common man, the person on the ground working, and to prove it week by week, I will be showing you that I can do just anything that you can do. And this week, I have a very special guest leading me along the way. It is a friend who is going to show me how to do regular things. I already know how to do these things, but he's really going to help me improve. And that is my friend, Mark Dravke. Mark Dravke, how are you today?
It's Matt Drufke. Hi, Oliver. Thank you so much for having me.
Big mistake. Sorry. I had written it down as Mark Dravke.
Yeah, I know. That's what our Christmas cards from you come as also.
Yeah.
Which they're very nice. Yeah, they're lovely cards. We certainly love them. You know, that are just the Mi Casa Su Casa logo.
Yeah.
Which is it's not even really a Christmas card. Is it an advertisement that you just send at Christmas? I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish. Oh.
What I like to do is my closest and dearest friends, I like to just remind them that, you know, a vacation is just a rental away. Whether it's on a beach in Europe or on a beach in Florida, you can be at any mansion you want with Mi Casa Su Casa.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, I don't have mansion money, but like that sounds fun. Like I would certainly enjoy the idea of that. It seems like you probably enjoy the idea of that. I'm sure that's how you started the app, right?
Yeah, I enjoy the idea of renting someone else's mansion and doing fun things there, like sitting on a beach or having someone serve me a drink. A lot of the things you do in a mansion.
Yeah, the normal things that everyone would do if they were in a mansion and had that opportunity.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like people know, they know your cryptocurrency history.
Yeah.
They know Mi Casa Su Casa. They may not use them, but they know of them.
Yeah.
But I thought I would first ask you, like, I would like people to know you the way I like to think I know you as a casual acquaintance, right? I'm trying to remember how we met.
Well,
I think I was
closest of friends, the dearest of friends.
Yeah. Which is funny because if I remember correctly, I met, you started messaging me on Twitter when I
Mhm.
started using a hashtag eat the rich.
Yeah.
And you were quick to respond like hashtag please don't eat the rich. That is not as successful of a hashtag.
It wasn't a very successful. You need to really latch on to something great on social media, and
Uh-huh.
the best way to do that is with hashtags. And at first, I thought you wanted to take me out to dinner. You wanted to take me to
Oh,
a
you thought it was like eat
steakhouse,
with the
eat
rich.
with the rich, and then
Uh-huh.
someone told me no, these are cannibals, and they want to eat you.
Perhaps not literally, certainly in a metaphorical. Look, I'll think it's be fair to say that I do not have the plethora of resources you have, so there
Mhm.
always is a little envy.
Yeah.
But I remember being impressed you were willing to engage in the conversation.
Yeah.
Now I'm here in suburban Illinois. Why don't you tell people where you're recording from right now?
Well, right now we're in Palm Beach, Florida. I'm just here at my helicopter pad. I was
Oh,
we had purchased a brand new helicopter, and we were putting some kind of jets on it. Uh,
oh, jets on a helicopter pad.
Jets on a helicopter, not the pad, the helicopter itself.
Oh, okay. Oh, helicopter jets.
Helicopter jets. It's part of Jets Airlines. And we're doing some cool testing to really get people excited about helicopter rides over Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, I mean, so I assume like the jet engine makes the helicopters faster. Is that it?
Yeah, it
Is your
zooms them.
goal to like take a is your goal to like take a 2 hour tour down to like 7 minutes? Is that how it
I
works?
feel like you really understand what I'm going for better than anybody else, because people would love to see Palm Beach, but sometimes
Yeah,
when you just don't got the time and you want to see all of Palm Beach, not 2 hours, you want to see it in 5 minutes. So you put a couple of jets on a
yeah.
helicopter, you're good to go.
Yeah. Do you know who I think would be a good idea to market this for?
Hmm.
Is people who are afraid of helicopters. That way you're not in the air that long. It's like, do you want the joy of a helicopter ride without like the constant fear of being on a helicopter?
Yeah. And this is why I have people like you in my life, because you help connect me. You keep me grounded. And
Yes. Unlike that helicopter.
the helicopter doesn't keep you grounded. And there's a lot of people on the
No.
social media saying nasty things about me. They're saying that I'm disconnected, that I'm not really uh I don't understand what it's like day to day because I'm doing big things. And that's why we're really here. We're really here to prove that I'm one of you. I'm hip, I'm cool. I like I like dabbing. I'm into memes, all those types of
Oh,
things.
yeah. So what I thought I would do
Yeah.
in this first exchange between you and
Yeah.
I thought we would talk about something everyone does, and I would humanize you to people. I
Oh,
would
thank
get people
you.
to see like, hey, look, you're just like us. So my topic that I want to talk about today is automobile cars and car maintenance, because like whether you have a car like me, like a nice used car that you're just kind of getting you from A to B, or I'm just gonna take a wild guess that you maybe have a slightly nicer car, but like
Mhm.
we all need the transportation in some regard.
Everyone in America owns at least 3 cars. That's just
Okay, well for that was my first question,
yeah.
which is, and it did not start great, because my first question was, do you know the average amount of cars owned by an average American family? Like the average family has how many cars?
Well,
What number do you think?
how many is in the average family? Like 2?
I it's like husband, wife, and like 1.8 kids. So like almost four people.
Okay, so a couple that is together in a loving relationship and they're
Yes.
almost 2 children, I would say
Yes.
all the amount of cars that it's got to be at least 4 because you need 1 car for each person.
Okay. Well, you're I don't want to say you're close because you are not. You're almost off by double. 1.8. average
1.8.
amount of cars. So almost 2 cars per person,
Okay.
per household. I mean, 2 cars per household. So that's not like, for example, how many? Just so people know,
Yeah.
you describe. Do you have a? I don't know that we've ever talked about this. Are you married? Are you single? Are you remarried? Are you
I'm
3 married?
well. I'm recently divorced. It was in the news.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Now you don't remember very well, apparently. I mean, it was very.
Well, but however, here's the problem: is that when we
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
chatting, you were engaged
Yeah.
to not the person who we are currently divorced to, and we
No.
have not been speaking for that long.
No.
This friendship has only been, I don't know what, a year or so, and I feel like you've already had 2 wives in that period.
Yeah. You find love. Sometimes it finds you, and sometimes it finds you when you're already in love with someone else. So yes, I was engaged to a young actress, and we were married for 6 months, and it was a wonderful 6 months. And then we got divorced, and then I got married again, and then divorced again in the year that I knew you.
Yeah. Well, look, we all have our struggles. We have to find the person who's right for us. Maybe there are some who might say you're getting into things too fast, but I guess that's all right. So, and do you now? What number was that last marriage? How many wives have you had? I should ask.
That was the one I just got divorced from. That was number 3. Third time's a charm.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, except not you guys. You're divorced.
Yeah, but I mean,
The
like,
third time.
the third time was a charm. It's just not the charm that I
Oh.
needed.
Oh, okay. Also, her name was Charm. If I was
Third
right,
time is
that's
third
what you
time is a
called her.
charm. Yeah.
Yes, the third time is with a woman named Charm.
Yes.
All right. Well, then look. All right. Well, hopefully, if I don't know if you want to get married again, but hopefully the 4th time is pleasant, just as pleasant. I don't know what they would say.
They usually say like the 4th time is you're hitting a home run. I believe that's the commonly used phrase for a 4th marriage. You're hitting a home run.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because there are 4 bases, and I assume if you're a really good batter, then 1 out of every 4 times you're hitting a home. You'd have to be a really good batter. Well, that'd be fantastic. And do you have any children? Well, I assume you do because you're a senior. So I assume that
No,
there's
no children.
Oliver Jets.
There's no children. I have no
No
children.
children.
No.
All right.
I
But you're okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I legally changed my name to Senior because I'm forward thinking. I don't have a child yet, but I know at some point I'll
But-
have a junior. So I might as well just be a
Oh,
senior.
okay. All right. But what will happen if you only have girls, Oliver? What would happen in that event? Would the girl just be Oliver Jr.?
Yeah. Why
Olive?
Oliver? Why
All right.
names are names. It's all fake. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that fair. All right. So you are currently a single man, ladies, if you're interested. And you have. Let's start with you. How many cars do you personally have?
Where I'm
Because
at now?
I have a car. Yes, like I have a car. My wife has a car. In our household, we have 2 cars.
Yeah.
How many? In if we were to go to your home, which you're not, and it's not in Palm Beach. Where are you? Like, where do you reside mostly? Because I know you're a jet setter, but where do you reside mostly?
Primarily in Palo Alto, California, out there in Silicon
Oh, that's correct.
Valley.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because you're one of the like the tech guys.
Yeah.
So if we head out to Palo Alto,
Yeah.
and we go to your home, and security lets us in, which is 50-50 at best, I feel like. How many cars would we find in your carport or your garage?
Well,
I don't know.
it's a
I don't know if
garage.
you know. The average person calls their carport a garage.
I'm aware of that because I do have a garage. It's
All right.
it's 300 feet by 500 feet. It's very large.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's like 2 football fields side by side.
It's very large. Yeah, I think
Okay.
in there, car wise,
And you think that is an average garage?
the garage that I when I bought the house, That was an average
Mhm.
garage, and that was like 200 feet by 50 feet.
Okay.
I made it into a much bigger garage to fit in some kind of cool new cars that were coming in. Currently, I think I'm around about 100 cars in there.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, about.
Let me. All right. So, oh boy, I have so many questions before we
Yeah,
even get
yeah,
into this. How? So you have 100 cars.
yeah.
You can't possibly drive. Have you driven all 100 cars?
I've never driven any of the cars. I have someone drive me around.
Okay. But okay. So I guess the question then is, have you ridden in all of the cars?
No, 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 no. Some of them are collectors. You don't want to drive them around. They depreciate in value. Sometimes I just need to have a picture taken in front of one for a magazine cover. It's there's lots of opportunities to be standing around a car that I find myself in. As many Americans find themselves in situations where they need to stand around a car.
I have noticed that you are often, when you are shot for like a portfolio, you are
Yeah,
often standing in front of a car, even when it has nothing to do with automobiles. Like
yeah,
even when it's just like, yeah, even when you're talking about like a new app, it's always just like you in a car. Or like when I remember recently in the Wall Street Journal when it was like Oliver Jets to testify in SEC violation, and
mhm.
the picture was you in front of a very nice car.
Yeah.
It,
That new 5-wheeled electric car that I was putting out, the Jet
mm,
Setter, and beautiful car, beautiful car. Lots of people were very
the Jet
angry.
Senior, if you will.
No, no, the Jet Setter, it's called.
Oh, all right. I was just making a play of words on your
Oh,
name.
oh, I get things like that. I understand. That's very funny. Yes.
All right. Okay. So you're riding around, and
Yeah.
what do you have a driver's license? I guess I should ask that. Could you drive if you wanted to?
I believe I have a driver's license somewhere.
Okay, that sounds like it's expired. Then I'm not gonna lie.
They expire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't just get like one license
Okay.
for life. You have to keep renewing it, or you're not allowed to drive by the state. You will get in trouble.
Oh boy. Um.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I probably have a let's just say on the record I've got a license, and I'm always renewing it. Once a month at the government
Nope, not
house.
okay. It's one every couple years or so. But
Okay.
that's okay. So you have this driver's license,
Yeah.
and you could drive if you wanted. So let's just start with the first thing. All cars need gasoline, which I'm sure you know, except for it sounds like the Jet Setter,
The Jet
which
Setter
may
is an
not need
electric.
gas
It's
at
an
all.
electric car. Yeah.
All right. But and look, kudos to you for being wonderful in that environmental aspect of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, and we'll talk more about the jet setter. So you take your car and you want to drive. You've sent your drivers how many home for the day. You take your car to the gas station.
Yeah.
I I'm gonna ask a question that I think you know.
Yeah.
What is the price of a gallon of gasoline?
A gallon of gas is
Correct.
to my best recollection, it's about $33 a gallon.
No, okay. Also, no. The good news is for you is
Yeah.
that that number is way high. It's like four and some change now.
Even if
And
you
even
put the
now,
most premium in there, the most
I mean, if you
premium.
put the most premium, it's probably like five and a quarter, maybe.
Okay. Okay. That's
All right.
wild.
Uh, yeah. But that also, here's what's crazy is that for you, 33, which you think is an affordable amount,
Very
what
affordable for
gas is at now
anybody.
for people? Yeah, but see, but that's the thing is for people like me, and gas at five something would be too high, like
Really?
way too high. Yes, that is directly impacts my ability to do anything.
So you're
Uh,
telling me if you're driving
yes,
to a gas station, like Dinosaur
yes.
Gas or whatever, and
Okay, yeah, okay.
you drive to Dinosaur Gas and you pull up and it says $5 a gallon, you can't pay for it.
I mean, at some point you have no choice to pay for it because your
Yeah.
options are pay for gas or don't drive. but it definitely has an economic impact on me.
Oh, it's so
Uh,
in that case scenario, but you have credit cards, so you just put it on a credit card.
I mean, generally, yes, but I also then later have to pay that credit card. Like, I have
What?
to pay the bill with the interest. Yeah.
I thought, okay, all
Wait,
right.
how do you not hold on.
Yeah.
We may have to go off of automobile maintenance to talk about credit cards.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure you know what those are.
Yeah, it's a piece of plastic.
uh,
It's about this big, and you put it into a machine.
yeah, okay, well, yes, we've got that so far.
And you
Good,
get
correct.
money.
You are loaned money that you then have to pay back with a level of interest. I think I'm starting to see why the SEC violations were happening. I think is what I'm trying to understand here. I think I see where that is starting.
Okay.
Okay, but we're gonna. All right. So you've driven your car,
Yeah.
and when you drive a car, like if you're just on like a normal 2-lane highway, the average speed you're driving is.
Oh, I don't really pay attention to that.
Okay.
If I'm going too fast, an officer of the law will pull me over, and they'll let me know you need
Correct,
to
you
slow
did.
down.
Yes. All right. Well, at least you know that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So boy, I guess we have to come back here. You understand most people in the world, I would say
Yeah.
almost everyone,
Yeah.
cannot afford to be driven around.
Oh yeah, I mean, I understand that I'm in an industry and I have so much success through that industry that I afforded luxuries like a driver.
Yeah.
I understand.
Who
that.
has okay. Who assumably has his own driver's license.
I would assume so. Yes.
Okay. You may want to check that.
Okay.
All right.
Carl!
So
Do you have a license? Yeah, he's got a license.
oh, thank goodness. All right. Carl, his name is?
Carl.
Just Carl. Oh, okay.
Carl.
Did you pick him because the word car is most of his name?
I think that was a big factor in picking a driver, because if the first part of his name is car, he's got to be good at driving cars.
He's got to be real good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a good thing you don't drive a lot of like trucks or things, because that would seems like it would be harder to find a person with
trucky. Yeah, I don't drive a. Yeah.
That's what you call. Yeah, that's what you said my last name was for a while. You often called me Mark Truckee.
Mark Truckee.
And I had to correct you.
I was looking for someone to drive a pickup truck around with me in it. So maybe I'm kind of putting that on you.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind that. I think that would be fun. We could go off-roading, right?
Yeah.
That would be a good time, you and I. Yeah.
Wait, Drufkey.
All right.
Because everybody's surname, they're all based off of what you did at one point in life. What does a Drufkey do?
I don't know. We are just kind of chubby and pleasant, is what we are. That's the general Polish nature.
So it's not
we
your
make sure
job.
that you've eaten. No.
Okay.
No, there's not a position I have that is a drufk. No, that's not a thing.
Okay. Just trying to clear the air a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right. Now, I think that is interesting. If we can kind of do a little more backstory.
Oh, yeah.
So your name is Jets because that is what you started making, right? You became famous through aviation. Is that how? Like,
Jets Airways.
What was? Jets Airways, which is a great name, and that was from, because I think one thing people always wonder is like how the ultra rich, and I hope you don't mind I've put that label on you.
Okay.
Again, how the ultra rich got.
I'm one of you. I'm one of everybody. I'm just, but yes, I have a lot of money.
Yeah, you're okay. How did you come about that money? Was your father a wealthy man? And I guess for starters, like, what's your father's name? What's your dad's name?
My father's name is Frederick Barnswallow.
Oh, what was his career then? Now I'm curious about this.
He was a like, you know, when you watch like the Nathan's hot dog championship eating hot dog thing on Coney
It's
Island.
my favorite thing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My father was a competitive eater.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Did he win events, or was he more of just like an amateur eater, or was he able to go pro in like, was he finally able to achieve his dream?
Oh no, he ate the most barn swallows in a single sitting.
Wait, which is like a little owl? Am I wrong about that?
It's
I
a
may
bird.
have to. All right,
It's a bird.
I did not know, because I'll say this: I follow the International Competitive Eating Federation, and I did not know barn swallows was a category. Is it no longer a category? Because I cannot recall ever seeing people line up
It's
to eat birds.
Yeah, it's very underground. It became illegal
Oh, it's kind
to eat live birds or owls.
Oh, they were live birds?
They were at the time of the beginning of the digestion. Yes, they were alive.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So they started alive.
They
Oh my
started
god. All right.
alive. Yeah.
I don't. What? How many people was he competing against? I can't imagine that was a popular category. We've gone way off topic, but I'm too curious.
Yeah.
We have taken a hard left turn. So he's a competitive live, or was, I don't I'm sorry, is your father still with us?
No, he passed away in a bird eating accident a few years back.
I'm so sorry to laugh. It's horribly rude of me.
Yeah, it's very rude.
That I'm so yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. So then it didn't sound. I can't imagine that as a lucrative job. So that you must be independently wealthy. I'm going to try and get back on track.
Okay.
All I want to do is talk about live bird eating, but I'm going to try and get back to you because we're doing for people who don't know, we're doing this on camera, and you are pointing at your watch, and you look very angry at me.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep going. So you are independently wealthy. Then you came across fortune. You cannot live on the small profits of a meager professional bird eater.
I mean, when he passed away a few years back, we say a few years, this is about 15 years ago now, he did leave me all of his money, which was a very meager around $54 billion from his diamond mines.
Oh, okay. I feel like, sir, you buried the lead. Because it feels like, and I may be wrong here, so please correct me.
Yeah. That
your father was less of a professional bird eater and more of a diamond mine owner. I feel like you hid that from us.
I wouldn't say it's hidden. It's just when you look back on the life of someone who raised you, do you want to remember them as one of the best bird eaters in the world, or someone that owned diamond mines that were just atrocious conditions for the people working there? That wasn't a great side of him, but he was great at eating birds.
Okay, I feel like what we're trying to say is that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to try and put this in the most hallmark greeting card way I can. Horrific diamond magnate may have been what your father did, but competitive bird eater is who he was. I feel like that is what we are trying to say.
Yeah, that very much sums him up. Loving, caring father. I got to see him 6 or 7 times a year, and he just loved eating birds.
Oh, so it sounds like, I don't know. like I've heard of like people who've gone through divorces, and when they visit one parent, they were just like, "Come on, we have to go do this thing. Like, you have to go watch me in my bowling league, or you have to, you have to like be my golf caddy because that's what I golf on the weekend." I find it interesting that your dad would like pick you up for whatever and be like, "Come on, Oliver, the Oliver or Ollie, whatever he called you. Come on, we have to go to this bird eating." This unsanctioned bird eating event.
Yeah. And
Oh my goodness.
I'd carry the bone bucket for him.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that is a way to get closer. I don't know
Yeah.
any way you could than holding.
There's just such cherished memories of me standing next to him in just deep mines underneath the earth, with people chanting "Eat the bird, eat the bird," and I'd hold a bucket, and they.
Oh wait, hold it. He
Yeah.
was doing this in the diamond mines.
Well, they're just mines in general. This is a very big thing in the mine scene. The mine owners also do competitive bird eating.
All right, I didn't. So wow, I am learning a terrifying amount of terrifying things. That is what. That's what. Okay, so. Oh boy, I don't know how we get back on cars after this, Oliver. I was trying to steer this. I really thought I could steer a topic like your driver, Carl, steers a car.
Yeah.
And everything I've learned is, it's something. It's a thing that's there.
So when you get to the gas station,
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you get to a gas station, and again, you're just like us. So you obviously know the first thing you do when you get to a gas station, you park the car next to a pump. Yes. And then what the next step is?
Well, first you've got to look at your dash, and there's going to be a little gas tank thing on there, and there's going to be an arrow that points to the left or right next to it, and that tells you what side the gas is on.
Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. Again, boy, let me tell you, when you're driving a car for the first time, there's nothing more embarrassing than when you like pull up at a gas pump and you like see that, you've parked your car in the wrong spot. So yes, you've given a good tip to everyone. You always want to look when you're driving a new vehicle. Yeah, that's wonderful.
You know what? I'm gonna call that. So that's the tip of the week. Tip of the week.
All right. The Oliver Jets, the tip of the week is brought to you by Mikasa Sukasa, mikasasukasa.com for all your mansion renting or rent a mansioning needs. Mansioning is not a verb, is it?
Mansioning is a verb in our community. It is.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm glad I used it proper. I got to say, sometimes I'm always worried that I use a word wrong, and I'm glad that I was able to. All right. So when is the last time you have pumped gas? When is the last time you've put gas in your car? It's probably been a while because you have Carl to do that.
Carl tends to pump all the gas, and because I have so many cars that we drive around, I'm not really always there for the gas pumping experience. So I'd say in my lifetime, a little below average on how many times I've pumped gas. It's probably been about 3.
Okay. So like that is, I've probably done that 3 times this month already. Like I've,
are you a trucker?
No, I drive to work. I have a 35-mile drive to work, and that uses gas. And so I have to, yeah.
35
but knowing
35.
This now,
hold on. Why aren't you at that point flying?
Okay, because air travel. I have neither helicopter nor jet, nor do I think my job has a helicopter pad.
Okay.
And I think if I were jumping out of a vehicle, parachute money would be too much. I don't know a lot about parachutes. But I imagine that would be costly to continually repack a parachute or buy a new one.
Yeah.
So I have to, but yeah, I just have it's an hour drive. So when you're when I'm driving in a car, I like to listen to the radio, put on a podcast. That's how I like to pass the time. What are things, I'm sure that you have a common everyday experience just like that. What are things you like to do to pass the time
Well, the first thing I
in
like to
your?
do is I bring up an app on my phone. I do some stock trading. Sometimes I'll have a business call. Sometimes I'm attempting to book some sort of fun party going experience, like Cirque du Soleil dancers or performers, or a bouncy house.
Now, I'm sorry. If I may, that means you're going to see Cirque du Soleil, like you're going to Las Vegas or something, where
No, no,
they're
no, no, no. I'm
performing.
I'm I'm booking them to do a show at a party that I will be hosting,
Oh, like at your house.
or an old
Okay.
warehouse that's not being used anymore. You know.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you it sounds like you have access to abandoned warehouse. You kind of sound like a Batman villain in that regard. I feel like as you
Yeah.
have a lot of wealth and access to abandoned warehouse, either that or you're Moby, and you
But
just
I'm
like throw in raves.
these parties are for good. I'm raising money for charities. And it just
Oh, okay. Like what was the last charity you raised money for?
was for a bird sanctuary. I'm trying to undo the damage my father did to birds for years. So we have a brand new bird sanctuary. It's Jets Birds. It's located over in San Jose, California. We've got all types of birds, barn swallows. We've got pelicans, and we're trying to give them the experience, the life experience that any bird would love to have.
That they would have had they not been captured and eaten
Yeah,
by your father.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, like pools
It,
and
it,
like giant branches to hang out on, and the rights to Enya music to play throughout.
oh man, yeah. I imagine that a bird would enjoy that.
Yeah.
I can't help but think that just from the absence of competitive bird eating, that in its own right allows birds to be safer in the area. But I'm glad that you're also so in these charities is for like capturing birds and forcing them to mate against their I'm not necessarily sure how because now it doesn't seem like a charity. Now it seems like a bird sex thing, and I don't
No,
know
no,
that
no,
that
no, no, no.
is
We're not. This
okay.
isn't some sort of Koeka fetish type thing. This is what I'm doing is we're taking birds out of the forest with this money that we're getting from the charity. We're putting them into this sanctuary. We're playing some Enya. We're feeding them sunflower seeds. And it's sometimes the public can come in and see these birds. We're really just giving them a better home than the forest.
I don't forgive me
Yeah.
because again, I will admit, bird charity is much like bird eating. They're not things I'm particularly well versed at. Isn't the forest where they belong? Like, if isn't the forest their home? Aren't you forcibly removing these great creatures from their home for seemingly no purpose than to put them in just a spot where they could be watched?
Well,
Like,
we as humans started out in caves and in the deserts, and now we're in better homes and we're better because of it. So I'm really just taking what I've learned from the human experience and applying it to birds.
oh, okay. So you believe the birds are happier
They tell
in
me all the time, yeah.
you're saying, oh, okay. All right. Well, that's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Um, oh goodness. All right. So, all right, but it sounds like, in the car you're doing the same thing. You're on
Yeah.
the phone.
Yeah.
You're I'm trying to get us back on track. You're getting things done. You're taking care of your businesses, I suppose.
Some numerous businesses,
Um,
yes.
Yes, numerous businesses. Okay, so that's a normal thing. You're just like me. Like I imagine if I had a driver, I'd be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I might be. Do you hold on? Let me tell you. Sometimes do you ever say, look, the businesses can wait for a day. It's time for me to play a little Candy Crush. Like, are you a Candy Crush guy? Do you sometimes put on a little game on your phone?
I find the idea of purchasing candy and just crushing it in front of people to be very demeaning to those who can't afford candy.
Okay, not what I asked.
Yeah, you said
So
you
you
said
don't
crushing
you?
candies.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Candy Crush,
Okay.
the phone game that you play on your phone, like the
Game
little
games on
uh,
your
uh
phone.
it- yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You I like a boy, like a Tetris or a that's a bad example, I suppose. I suppose not a lot of people play Tetris on their phone anymore. I'm trying to think.
They
Trying to see
call
what if I
they
have
call
any
me
games.
out of touch, but you're bringing up some sort of Tetris, which I don't think anybody's ever really heard of.
That sounds much dirtier and sexual when you say Tetris. No,
Tetris.
it's just Tetris. Just
Okay.
it's the Russian shape game. The little song, the do 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 do
Whatever you're
do
doing, we
do
probably
do
don't
do
have the
do
rights to
do
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 that, or I don't want to pay for the rights.
do. Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's how you become a billionaire is by not paying for the rights to very old video games.
Yes.
I dig
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Uh, are you listening? You know what I like to do on a car ride if I'm either driving or if my wife's driving. If I'm riding, I like to put on. I like a good music. Like I like some good tunes in the car.
Mm-hmm,
Right?
mm-hmm.
What kind of music does Oliver Jets Senior like when he's on the road, open road in California or Florida or wherever among the country that you're driving? What do you like to listen to?
I like deafening silence. I don't want to
And that's it.
hear. I don't want to hear anything. My phone is on mute. Because if I get to the bird sanctuary, it's going to be a lot of Enya. If I get home again, silence.
So you do like some music then if you're playing Enya for the birds.
Well, I mean, I think the birds like Enya. Sail Away is okay, but I'm not gonna hoot and holler if I hear it.
Hoot like the birds would, if you
What
will.
what type of music do people like now? Taylor Swift.
I mean, Taylor Swift. I
she's
enjoy
my
listening
favorite.
to Taylor Swift in the car. Yeah.
Oh, I love all of her songs.
Yeah.
I could tell you about all of her songs all the time. I just love every single one.
Let's do it. What's your favorite? What is your favorite Taylor Swift? Why are you looking at a computer right now? No, don't do that.
Favorite song is Hey You Friend. That's it.
That hey friend.
Hold on. Let me just
I don't. That's not a song of hers. No. No. I see you typing.
well, I mean,
Please stop.
I could go with Taylor Swift's 50 best songs ranked, and I mean, and I could go right to number. My favorite is obviously. Just give me a second here.
Okay.
You Belong to Me.
It seems like you are just looking at a website and reading because you don't know any songs that Taylor Swift sings.
No, I also love the 10-minute version of All Too Well.
Oh, I like that. I actually really do like that song. So, all right. But look, some people aren't music people. I understand that.
Yeah.
But now you're driving.
Yeah.
You're in the car. There's deafening silence. Does Carl mind that? Because I don't assume he can listen to anything then.
No, Carl has headphones in as he's driving.
Oh, that's not safe. Wait, you should hold on. We need to have a conversation. That's not. How does Carl hear any of the outside noise then if he's wearing headphones?
He doesn't need to hear the outside noise because he's in the car.
No, fair. I understand what you think you're saying. But what I'm saying is, like, if, for example, Carl was going to merge where possibly a car was trying to, like, stop him from getting into an accident and they honked, Carl would not be able to hear them if he is wearing headphones because you prefer an uncomfortable, for you, comfortable level of silence.
But I mean, all cars are equipped with sensors that won't allow you to go into other lanes if there are cars there. And
No, that's
they
not. No,
self-drive
not.
at this point.
No, they're not. Self-driving cars are not the rage. They're not. I don't know if any currently exist, but most car would it surprise you to know that most cars, if not almost every car, is not a self-driving car? And do you know how you by the way, do you know how you know that? Is that you have to have someone drive your car.
Yeah.
You have Carl.
Yeah.
Yes. Carl is the driver of your car.
But again, it's a self-driving car.
Do you understand?
I'm
No,
want people to know.
No, you, sir, if I may, you have, for a lack of a better term, a Carl driving car.
Yeah.
You have a person named Carl.
Yeah.
Who drives your car
With headphones.
Yes. Yes, with headphones on. Yes, correct.
0 accidents.
But that is okay. Oh, well, that's. I mean, for the record, I suppose if you've never been in an accident, then the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Does Carl? All right. Well, good. I mean, I suppose that's good. And is Carl on call 24/7 then?
Carl lives at the house.
Does he live? Oh, he lives in that. So he does not have like a family then.
No, he's just a guy that lives at my house and drives me around on occasion.
All right. And you are aware that that's not a common thing, correct? Like that not very few people have drivers, and even fewer have drivers who could commit themselves to a person nonstop.
Oh no, yeah.
Like, don't you think Carl? All right. Where did you find Carl? I guess that's what I'm curious is where you found a person who is willing to have no life and just wait for you to say, I would like to drive in one of my many hundreds of cars. Mm-hmm. Like, where did you find this gentleman?
I found he was an automotive mechanic repairman that I found when one of my cars broke down. And he was covered in grease and oil. And I said, life can be better than this. And I offered him a job to drive me around for what I was assuming was a very little amount of money, but I gave him a place to stay, and he jumped at the chance.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's something. Like, you're paying his room and board, I assume, right? Like,
he's also getting a salary, a meager salary, but a salary.
How much, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah.
And I apologize if this is too personal. How much are you paying Carl?
$450,000 a year.
That is a staggering amount of money. I don't know that you know that.
It's so staggering because it's just so meager.
No, in fact, hold on. I feel like we are going to have to step away again from cars for a moment. What do you believe the average American salary is? Like the average?
Probably about $1.5 million a year.
Okay. Oh, so in your mind, you're doing great as you're only paying Carl like a third of that.
Yeah.
You think you've got a Would it surprise you that the average annual salary in the United States is $60,000?
$60 million.
No, not million. Okay. $60,000.
That would surprise me.
Yes.
I feel like I'm learning a lot today because gas is not $34 a gallon.
No, it's certainly not. And if it was, the salary would have to be much higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I get it though. Like, you come from, a diamond mine, bird eating family. Well, that was I guess that was your father. And I know that we're to talk about how you're just like the normal person, but I feel like the best way to do that is to know about you as a person. Like, so that was your father. What did your mother do, if you don't mind me asking?
I never met her.
I guess for starters, is your mother still with us? Or
I've never met my mother, so I couldn't actually tell you what she did.
Okay, now I need to ask a question, because you said you only saw your father 6 to 7 times a year.
Yeah.
And you never met your mother.
No.
So what were you doing the rest of the like? Where were you the rest of the time?
I was typically staying at a house, one of the many houses that we have, and doing normal things kids like to do. Getting in the schooner and going on the Gulf and sailing and playing arcade games in my personal arcade.
Oh, okay. By yourself or with other
No,
children?
by myself. By myself.
Oh, I'm so sad. That doesn't sound like a great childhood. You didn't have any friends your age?
No. I didn't really make friends until I got Jets Airways off the ground. Pun intended. Get it? Pun
All right.
intended.
Yeah, no,
Because jets
I certainly
fly.
yeah, no, I got it. A jet is a plane, and a plane has to go off the ground. Hopefully it stays off the ground until it needs to come back on the ground. All right. So boy, now I'm kind of bummed out, man. It just seems like a child should have other friends his age. You understand that, right? Like
Yeah.
should have people who are you could play Tetris with. You could
Tetris. Yeah.
Tetris sounds so dirty. I feel dirty saying that word over and over again.
Tetris.
I know it makes me very uncomfortable. It sounds like well, no, it sounds very sensual. It sounds like a body part you would be looking for that would be somewhat you know what? Regardless. So all right, common car question that I think everyone understands. Do you prefer the windows down or do you prefer air conditioning, right? Because you're driving in California. It's warm.
It can get pretty
You need
hot.
to find a way to get pretty hot in that car. One of the cars.
I would prefer the air conditioning. And I think everyone would agree air conditioning is a great way to be cool. Get it? It's cool.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Dab.
Yeah, it does.
Dabbing.
I don't know if you know this, but if you just say the word dab, that doesn't there are people that's an actual action, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a word you say. You don't just say dab. You can do a dab.
Yeah.
Dab.
Yeah. Dab.
Okay. All right, that's not a dab. No, you've turned your body in a very awkward way. To the point where I'm worried you may have a back issue.
We're good. 420. Smoke them if you got them. Matt Drufke.
What do you smoke on 420? Last question. What do you smoke on?
What do I smoke on? You smoke weed.
Oh yes, very good. Yes. Did you partake
turned
on
into
420?
a weird?
Did you enjoy?
Did I partake in? I only smoke weed on 420.
All right. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like you're almost like a purist, if you will. To you, there's one day.
Yeah, one
to
day.
partake
Because that's when
cannabis,
it's legal everywhere. Is on 420.
No. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to hold that for another time, I think. All right. Well, we learned a whole lot about Oliver Jett Sr. and we learned about your love of automobiles. Do you like cars?
Cars are great.
I guess I should ask.
I think what I've really proven here today is that yes, I am also an automobile owner like you. I understand how cars work, how they function, how to put in gas. How I'm very grounded in that world and understand it.
Yeah, we understand that you may or may not have a legal driver's license for the state of California.
Florida too.
Oh, and all right. No, I don't know if you know. You only if you have a California driver's license, it's good
Yeah.
in other states.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like the-
Obviously, I
it's-
knew that. I mean,
All right, it's not like if you're a lawyer and you have to take the bar in every state. Like if it's good in one place, it's good in all the places. I don't know why I did that accent. That sounds weird. I apologize for that.
it's
and
it's a little
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that you understand that when it comes to cars and the understanding of it, and whether you are riding around or driving, or whether you've got the windows or AC, or whether you prefer a Taylor Swift song or deafening silence, Oliver Jett Sr., you're one of us.
Thank you so much for coming on, my dearest and closest friend, Matt Truckpy. Do you?
No,
Yeah.
I would please don't call me. Please do not use truck because I feel like you're asking me to drive a truck for you. And while I would not mind the salary, I have a wife and children. I cannot like live in your house
Yeah.
just until you are ready to go trucking. Like,
I mean, I don't
I
truck
can-
that often. I only truck, once, twice a year.
I guess we could do that. That would kind of be fun. Have ourselves
Yeah.
a little road trip. Like, I would not be opposed to that. I wouldn't have to stay in the house the whole time. Though,
Yeah,
right?
you have
Would
to.
I?
You have to
Like-
be on call.
Oh no, yeah. Well, then I
Okay.
can't do that. I'm happy. I'm happy to have the life I have, and I'm happy Twitter brought us together.
Yeah, yeah. Do you please
Yeah.
plug all of your things that you do on the
Oh,
internet?
you can find me on all the social medias at I hate Matt Drufke, DRUFKE, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of the things.
Well, thank you so much, and
Thank you so much for having me.
we'll see you very, very soon.